Hello everyone, Alex here from vanleasing.com, and I wanted to talk about this review that I found by GreenCarGuide that was pleasantly surprising actually. And one reason is the GreenCarGuide do not normally do reviews on pickup trucks simply because the whole point of the website is to look at alternative vehicles that are fuel efficient and energy efficient and better for the environment. So it's surprising to see a review on a pickup truck. And from a van leasing company point of view, we're finding a lot of our clients are asking questions such as how safe is the vehicle, its end cap, safety features and so forth, and how fuel efficient it is. Clients want to save on fuel, and it makes sense. And we're getting, we know that the petrol diesel engines are not really the most environmentally friendly, but again, people are a bit reluctant to move on to hybrids and electrical cars because of maybe a lack of understanding and lack of information out there. And are they really that much more efficient? Because you got to take into consideration plugging in a vehicle, you still use electricity from the grid. Sometimes that grid uses fossil fuels to create the electricity. You look at the the batteries that are created for these electrical vehicles that are shipped from China, and shipping costs and ships transporting these materials to make the batteries. You burn fossil fuels, and also digging up all these materials to make the batteries. So there's just not quite enough information out there to convince people to go from diesel, petrol to electrical. And it got me thinking that this vehicle here might be the solution to the problem currently. It might be the actual solution to the problem, at least for the time being, until vehicles do get more energy efficient and better for the environment. So, without further ado, it's an article written by Paul Clarke, and what I like about it, it's not just a rehashed article where you get information from different sites and put it together. Paul Clarke physically tests these vehicles out himself, and this is what the results are, and I've put it onto a presentation just for your consideration. So we're looking at the Mitsubishi L200, and if it is an alternative, an eco-friendly alternative. So the engine size is basically a 2.5 turbo diesel engine, and amazingly it has a combined fuel economy of 42.8 miles per gallon. Now we know that these figures can't always be that accurate because of the way manufacturers tend to manipulate the test results to make the vehicles look more energy efficient. The combined CO2 emissions is 169 grams per kilometer of CO2, and again, that's very good for a pickup truck, but can we trust those results? Because they do manipulate the test results. And GreenCarGuide have their own ratings, and they've actually rated it 9 out of 10, which is amazing when you consider it's a pickup truck and it's a website to do with alternative vehicles that are energy and fuel efficient. So let's move on. The L200 has a whopping carrying capacity of 4,000 kilograms, which is amazing considering it's got such a good fuel economy. It's an all-terrain vehicle, as you know. It's got huge ground clearance, it's four-wheel drive, and it's got its off-road tires and off-road capabilities. The review then goes on by stating once again that it's got an MPG figure of 42.8 miles per gallon, which is better than many cars out there. Now this is the interesting part. So we've got the driving experience of the L200. So what was said in the review, it has very much like a car-like driving experience, which is very important. So it handles like a car, and it also handles most off-road terrain. So you've got a mixture between having a car and a pickup truck, basically. And there's four driving settings. You've got rear-wheel drive high range, four-wheel drive high range, four-wheel drive high range with center differential lock, and four-wheel drive low range with center differential lock. So you've got a lot of driving settings to combat certain terrains. So you basically got a car that can tackle practically all the terrains that are available. It's also got adjustable seating and adjustable steering position for comfort, which is a really good thing. There are a few negative issues here, and the infotainment system is basically user unfriendly from what Paul is actually saying. And there's a constant beeping from the lane departure warning system. Basically, it's a system that tells you whether you're moving away from your lane. So it gives you a warning saying, hey, correct yourself. And that can be annoying every time it's happening, so you end up switching it off. And another negative side of it is that the sat nav tends to be shouting at you a lot, which can be quite distracting. So this is where it becomes really interesting, because you've got the official combined fuel economy, as we've mentioned, 42.8 miles per gallon, but yet Paul has actually tested the combined fuel economy himself on the vehicle, and he's got a combined fuel economy of 35 mpg, which is actually very, very good. And the L200, it's got a 20% better fuel economy than the previous models of the L200, which is also very, very good. And off-road fuel economy has been, it never dropped below 30 mpg, so that is actually extremely amazing. And to put it into comparison, that is the same mpg that a Skoda Yet, that should be a Skoda Yeti, not a Skoda Yet. That's the same fuel economy as a Skoda Yeti, which is basically a small normal car. So to conclude, it's the first pickup truck that met the criteria for GreenCarGuide, which is, in terms of efficiency, and it's also very good to drive, comfortable. Very spacious bed with ease of loading. It's a multi-purpose vehicle. It's a workhorse. It's a family saloon car in one. So, you've got a car, you've got a pickup truck, and you've got basically a workhorse that has a lot of carrying capacity and pulling power. And amazingly, at the same time, it's got the same fuel efficiency as a Skoda Yeti. And it's also got off-road capabilities. And as we've said here, it's got an overall green car rating of 9 out of 10. So that's why we thought it was very good to bring this video to you, because we think that this might be a vehicle that we might start leasing out as an alternative to being a workhorse. It's a mixture of a car, a van, a pickup truck, and have a fuel economy of a decent, of a small size vehicle. I mean, what more can someone ask for? So that's the reason why we brought this up, because we're going to be looking at trying to rent out more of these or lease out more of these and give more information to the client as to why this vehicle can be the solution to your everyday problems and your everyday needs. So, this presentation was brought to you by vanleasing.com. Our telephone number is displayed, our email address is displayed, and at the very bottom here where it says off-road capabilities, that should have been deleted because it shouldn't be there. So thank you very much for this, and I hope it's been very helpful for you, and just let us know your thoughts. Thanks very much for your time, and bye-bye.